So Peter asked me to kind of share some of my thoughts and my observations and the work that I've been involved in for St. John's and the property committee, and also to bring a kind of a sense of urgency. So just want to share with you that, as I'm sure you all know, that I spent 3 years as senior warden, and part of being in that position, I had the opportunity to kind of look around at all the various committees that are engaged here at St. John's. And the one committee that I really focused on was the property committee. And I have now been a member of the property committee for 4 years, working along with David as our chairperson. But during that 4-year period, you can all understand the number one topic of conversation has been the chiller and the boiler and the pipe work. And it was exactly 11 months ago tomorrow that we actually kicked off the first discussions with all of the engineers and the architects, the electricians, the plumbers, etc., MK Mechanical, who looks after our chiller and boiler. It was exactly 11 months ago that we started these discussions. So I just want to emphasize the fact that this has not been a really easy decision and a quick decision, right? There's been a lot of thought and a lot of design and a lot of consideration of St. John's. What we come up with is a solution, and that solution you've now heard about. So now I think about how do I bring a sense of urgency and a call to action. Well, I'm going to share with you that God moves in very mysterious ways. And 2 weeks ago, I can tell you I was not actually thinking about God. 2 weeks ago, Anne and I suffered a pretty significant water leak in our house. And here I am now talking about potential water leak. We've lost our kitchen, master bathroom. Now, just imagine if I had known that I had pipes that potentially were going to break, what would I have done? I would have fixed them, right? And I would have safeguarded my home from what now turned out to be. Peter has shared with you, we have a known fact. We know it's not a question of will, it's a question of when these pipes are going to burst. And I don't want to be fearful in all of this, but the vast majority of these pipes run across the top of the rooms where our preschool is. So now just sit back and think, if we were to have a catastrophic failure of one of those water pipes. So God has now given me the direction on how to share that sense of urgency with you. Right? I understand what needs to be done. Anne understands what needs to be done. So here we are. We have a known fact. We need to replace that boiler and chiller and all that pipe work. There is not a choice. Now's the time to do it. So this is my call to action, is I ask each of you to think hard. Think about not just yourselves. Think about the generations to come. Your children, your grandchildren. You know, Anne and I got married in a church which was built back in England in the 14th century. And today it is still an active Anglican church. Wouldn't it be great if St. John's could remain to be that old? Wouldn't it? But to get there, we need to do this repair. We need the $3 million to put us on the road to greatness. And as Peter has shared with you, there are great things happening here. We're seeing lots of new members coming into the church. The youth group is growing. So please join us all in making that contribution and bringing a new life to St. John's Church. Thank you.